Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let's understood why do I need to choose Databricks? Why do I need to choose this Databricks platform or website? And a basic overview of this platform and how to create an account in this platform. Let's get started. So if you want to become a data engineer, then this is the best platform for you. You need to know this is a cloud-based platform. Databricks is a cloud-based platform. At company level, you have huge amount of data, right? Yes. For processing such a huge amount of data and analyzing your data, here you can see a notebooks option is there. And you can first need to store the data, right? Yes. So first, in order to store your data, you can see catalog option is there. Under that, database option and tables options are also there. There you can able to store your data in the form of either a file system or in the form of database tables. So this is where you store your data in Databricks, that is in catalog. Then, so after storing your data, you need to process your data, right? Yes. So for that, you first need to create a compute instance. So in order to compute, so in order to create your compute instance, so for processing, you must require an instance, right? Or compute device you need to write. Yes, that you can able to create from here. By just clicking on create, you can specify the configurations and just click on create compute. It will create you the compute. And if you want to write the code to analyze your data, you can see workspaces option is there. There you can able to create one more workspace and you can able to write your code there and you can able to analyze the data stored in this catalog, stored in this catalog from this Databricks platform. As a data engineer, what is your purpose? You first need to store your data. For that, this data catalog is there for you to store the data. And so then what is your purpose? You need to analyze that data and you need to provide or you need to get some results from that data. For that analyzing purpose, you need compute, right? Yes. You can able to get that compute from here. You can able to create your compute from here. So here you can able to use Google Compute or GCP Compute. Both are same. That is either Google or GCP. Both are same. So that Google Compute you can able to use, or Amazon Compute, which is provided by AWS services, that you can able to use, or you can even choose with Azure based compute. Currently, I have created my account in community edition. So that's why it is providing me less options to choosing the compute. While creating your Databricks account itself, it will show you which compute you want. You want to use AWS or GCP or Azure. If you choose with professional level account creation, then it will show you those three options. Currently, I've created for community purpose because it's my personal purpose. To show you this lab, I've created my account. And for my personal use, I've created this account. If you observe here, I just click on create compute, then there you can able to see the free storage. You can able to store here for personal purpose, for practice purpose. You can able to store up to 15 GB memory for free. And you can able to use these many Databricks Databricks runtime versions. These many Databricks runtime versions you can able to use, and you can able to create your compute. Then you need to process your data, right? By using this compute, you need to process your data, right? Yes. For that, you can able to create your workspace notebooks here, and you can open your notebooks. Then by using those notebooks, you can just connect it to any one of the running compute service, or any one of the computer running clusters. And so currently I do not have created any cluster, so that's why it is asking me to create cluster. Then create your cluster and connect it to that cluster from here by using this option. Then just you can able to run your queries by connecting to your database that is you stored under your catalog. So like that, actually in real time, you can able to process your data by using this Databricks in real time, and analyze your data, that is a company's related data, through professional user. If you are a professional user, then it will provide you access to any one of the cloud service. So if you are accessing any one of the cloud service, then you have an option to store a large amount of data. Currently I can able to store only 15 GB, because I'm a community user. But in real time you are using company's account, so that's why there you can able to use a lot of storage. So during that time you choose a professional account, so that's why you can use any one of the AWS, any one of the cloud service provider, that is a AWS cloud or Azure or GCP, to store your data. So that's why you can able to store up to petabytes of data. That is, you can store at a data warehouse level of data, and you can able to analyze that data here by using multiple languages. You can see here currently Python is selected by default. You can able to write SQL script, or you can choose with other languages as well. Based on your preference and your understanding, you can able to choose any one of the language, and you can able to analyze that huge amount of data here. Not just those two, that is by uploading your data, or moving your data to here, or creating your notebooks to analyze your data. It also provides you ML models, training of ML models. You can accelerate your training of ML models by clicking on experiments. There you can able to create an experiment, and there you can able to create your own ML model, or accelerate ML models creation from here. Now I want to show you how to create an account in this Databricks. That is community based account. It's a free based account. Now I'm typing for Databricks. Now I'm clicking on the first link that I've got, or you can just click on login. Now I'm just opening the first link. There you can see login option is there. I'm just pressing on it. So don't need to worry. This is currently I'm creating an account with a dummy email that I've created for this lab. It's a Hotmail account that I'm using right now. Since I'm creating my account in this, now I'm just clicking on sign up. Now here you need to provide your details like first name, last name, email, company name, title, as well as phone number. It's an optional. And if you want to choose this for any purpose, like you can use it to perform ETL pipelines, or analyze business analytics, as well as BI solutions, data warehouses, and ML purpose, and GenAI applications as well. You can use this. So if you have any purpose that you want to specify, then you can choose. Currently I don't want to specify. Then just provide your details and click on continue. Now you can see I provided my email, as well as my company name, username, first name, and title. So if you do not have any company, then you can provide any one of the name, and just clicking on continue. Now you can see we reach to this page. Here you have two options, that is a professional use or personal use. Currently I'm using for personal, and this is a community based edition and it is limited with a single node will be provided for us, and it is for educational purpose as well as my personal use case. So that's why I'm clicking on this get started. In real time, if you are using a company purpose, then you need to pick your cloud provider to access your cloud account to get started. So currently I'm moving on with this community edition, like get started. So whenever you click on it, it will show you a puzzle to solve. After solving that puzzle, then obviously it will send to you an email. Since I've already created previously, I got this message. Like this, you will get an email. Like this, you will actually get an email and you just click on this link to create your password. So there you just provide your password and submit it. Then after you move back to your console and just click on login, and there you need to provide your email that you provided, and there you need to provide your password that you created previously to simply log into your account. So whenever you log in, you reach to this page. So this is how you can able to create your account and log into your account. And so what is the major purpose, or when do we use this Databricks? So this is all about Databricks. When do you use and how to use, what are the basic needs of this, and how to create your account and how to log in your account on your Databricks. So I hope this video is useful. If you feel this video is useful, then please like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thanks for watching again. See you back in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, bye bye guys.